There is a group of metals hidden inside almost everything you own. The phone in your hand, every electric car, every wind turbine, every fighter jet and guided missile. Take them away, and the modern world simply stops. And almost all of them pass through one country. China refines around 90% of the world's rare earths. With a single signature, Beijing can slow car plants, factories, and weapons programs on the other side of the planet. For the metals that make the strongest magnets, its control climbs higher still, to 98, even 99%. There is no real backup and no quick way to build one. In 2025, China started using that power on purpose. This is the quiet war over the 17 metals the future is being built on. Start with the biggest myth. Rare earths are not actually rare. Most of them are scattered right through the Earth's crust in ordinary amounts. Finding them was never the hard part. The hard part is separating them. These 17 elements are chemically almost identical, and pulling them apart takes rivers of acid, enormous energy, and mountains of toxic waste. It is slow, filthy work, and most of the world decided it simply wasn't worth doing. China was willing to do it. For decades, it absorbed the pollution, the low margins, and the health costs that everyone else wanted to avoid. That choice looked cheap at the time. It turned into a stranglehold. There are 17 rare earths in total, but only a handful really matter: neodymium, praseodymium, dysprosium, and terbium. These four make the permanent magnets that quietly power the modern economy. Those magnets are the most powerful ever made. Small enough to sit in your earbuds, strong enough to spin an electric motor or steer a missile in flight. Almost nothing else comes close. They are hidden in plain sight everywhere. The tiny motor that vibrates your phone, the read head in a hard drive, the speakers in your headphones, the scanner in an MRI machine. Once you know they are there, you start to see them in everything. A single F-35 fighter jet contains more than 400 kilograms of rare earth materials. A submarine needs several tons. This is the moment these metals stopped being an industrial story and became a military one. China saw this coming decades ago. In 1992, its leader Deng Xiaoping put it plainly: "The Middle East has oil," he said, "and China has rare earths." From that day, it became national strategy. For a while, America actually led. This mine in California, Mountain Pass, once supplied most of the planet. Then China flooded the market, drove prices to the floor, and the West quietly abandoned the dirty business of refining. And China did not stop at mining. Over 30 patient years, it built the entire chain, from the ore to the refineries to the factories that turn the metal into finished magnets. It did not just sell the ingredients, it cornered the recipe. Today, China digs up around 60% of the world's rare earths, but refines closer to 90. Even ore mined in America or Australia is often shipped to China for processing, then shipped back. Look one step downstream, and it gets worse. China now makes roughly 90% of the world's high-performance rare earth magnets itself. The finished component, not just the raw metal, is made in China. That refining monopoly is the real weapon. It doesn't matter who owns the mine or which country the rock comes from. Whoever controls the processing controls the entire chain. The world got its first warning in 2010. After a collision at sea near disputed islands, China quietly cut off rare earth shipments to Japan. Prices exploded, and every government suddenly understood how fragile the supply really was. Then it escalated for real. In December 2024, China banned exports of gallium, germanium, and antimony to the United States, metals essential for computer chips, night vision, and precision weapons. In April 2025, it went further, adding 7 heavy rare earths, including dysprosium and terbium, to its control list. These are the exact elements that Western defense systems cannot work without. In October 2025 came the masterstroke. Any product made anywhere on Earth containing even 0.1% Chinese rare earths now needs Beijing's permission before it can be sold. It was a mirror image. China had taken America's own export control playbook, the very rule Washington used to strangle China's chip industry, and aimed it straight back at the West. Within weeks, the shock rippled out. Car makers warned of stalled production lines, defense contractors scrambled for stockpiles. A few metals most people had never heard of were suddenly holding up trillion-dollar industries. And the control is deliberately slow. Every shipment now needs a license that can take weeks to approve or be refused with no reason given. For a factory running on tight schedules, that uncertainty is itself the weapon. By one 2026 estimate, more than $1 trillion of American industry sat exposed to these controls, from electric cars to wind farms to the heart of the defense supply chain. Late in 2025, after a tense summit, China paused some of the harshest measures, but it kept the magnet leash firmly in hand. The message was unmistakable. It can tighten the grip again whenever it chooses. So the rest of the world is now racing to catch up. The United States, Europe, Japan, and Australia are pouring billions into new mines, and more importantly, into refineries of their own. Names most people never hear are suddenly strategic. Mountain Pass in America is refining again. Australia's Lenas is building plants outside China. Europe has passed laws to secure its own supply. It is a start, but nowhere near enough. But the gap is brutal. For the heavy magnets that matter most, everyone outside China combined may still supply less than a fifth of what the world needs, even by 2035. The trap is waiting for all of them. China has done this before. Whenever a Western rival gets close, it can flood the market, crash the price, and wipe out the new refinery before it ever turns a profit. Building the plant is only half the battle. The escapes are all long shots. Engineers are learning to recycle magnets from old motors and hard drives. Others are designing machines that need no rare earths at all. The progress is real, but it is measured in years, not months. The lesson from the battery war repeats here in sharper form. It was never about who owns the mine. It is about who is willing to do the hard, dirty, unglamorous work of refining at scale for decades. 17 metals, one country holding the valve, and a world that is only now waking up to just how much it quietly gave away. Next time on Future F-Frame, the war beneath all of this, the global fight over the computer chips these metals make possible. Subscribe so you don't miss it.